All right, guys. If you're struggling with low blood sugars, this video I want to talk about a couple of causes, and I find that they're very overlooked because most people, when it's a blood sugar issue, it's carbs and insulin, right? That's all people tend to focus on. And to deal with those low blood sugar issues, that's the direction they go. But there's lots of other things that drive, for example, insulin's response, and we need to think about those. So what might be going on is you don't have a carbohydrate imbalance. You may have mineral imbalance. Now, what exactly does that mean? Let's talk about a couple of specific examples that I think people overlook. The first one is your sodium level. Now, why is sodium important? Well, first of all, sodium's important for your adrenal function. Okay. Now, in particular, and this is actually referred to as the adrenal ratio, is your sodium to magnesium. Now, as that drops, and it could be either way. Again, you could be getting too much magnesium, not enough sodium, however that is working. But as that ratio begins to get too low, it makes it difficult for your adrenal glands to respond to stressors. And a low blood sugar is obviously a stressor on your body. As sodium, this ratio gets out of whack, it's too low. Very difficult for your body, your adrenal glands in particular, to respond to these stressors. So I often find people who are restricting sodium purposely, say, for example, for blood pressure, which I've made videos on. I don't go watch the video. I don't think there's very good evidence for that, but they can lead to these sort of blood sugar issues. Okay. So something to think about. The second one is going to be magnesium. All right. Now, just like the sodium issue, there's a ratio we want to pay attention to, and that is calcium to magnesium. Okay. Now, what's going on here? Again, if you're not getting enough magnesium, if you're under stress and you're wasting magnesium, or if you're just getting too much calcium, that ratio can begin to get too high. Now, what happens when it gets too high is your body begins to rely too much on insulin. As more insulin is secreted, obviously your blood sugars are going to begin to drop. And so hopefully this kind of drives home the fact that we need to stop thinking about it from a carbohydrate perspective. There's a reason why I began to experience blood sugar swings, basically eating no carbohydrates. Okay. It's a wide world out there when it comes to your body. Oftentimes it's the micronutrients in your food. You're not getting enough minerals and nutrients from a whole food diet. So that's the way I would approach it. Those are two things I would look at. I'll include a link in the description. If I wanted to look at these levels, I would look at a hair tissue mineral analysis. The company that I personally use and recommend is in the description. Also, guys, I talk about these things a lot on the email list. I have a free checklist for you there. Other, therapies I personally use and recommend outside of drugs and surgery, okay, to help you get in better shape, look, and feel better. So make sure you go grab that. It's free. And in the comments, if there's other video topics that would be helpful for me to cover, let me know and I'll get on those. Thanks.